How yous all doing? It's the Natural here and welcome back to yet another video on the channel and another episode of the Predict Show. This is just a little mini series that I've done for this whole entire season of just relaxing and chill while I predict this weekend's matches. And we're going to start it off like we always do in the Premier League. And it is a massive, huge game in the title race with only 2 games to go. It's Newcastle United versus Liverpool. And Newcastle United, this could be Rafa Benitez's last ever game at St James's Park as Newcastle United manager. That's sad to say, you could say, because I don't see him signing a new contract because Mike Ashley is an absolute fucking delusional, fucking arrogant fucking prick.
Now that's what this is all about.
But if he does sign a new contract, and Mike actually has a fucking heart, which I don't think he does, it would be great, but I think it could be his last game as Newcastle manager. So he goes up against his former side. Actually, last time Liverpool won a big title was the Champions League, where Liverpool got Messi'd.
They say he is a legend.
Absolutely world class, unbelievable GOAT status that he is, Messi. Liverpool couldn't deal with him the whole entire game. But Liverpool, this is a huge game because after that crushing defeat against Barcelona in the Champions League, it puts them sort of first defeat since they lost to Man City was way back in January. So we'll find a lot about this Liverpool team in terms of character, but Rafa Benitez will make it very difficult for Liverpool, as much as he will always want Liverpool to win the Premier League title. He's not just going to hand Liverpool 3 points in this game, which is the reason why I think this is going to be a difficult game. Rafa will set his team up to be very dogged, organised defensively, and Liverpool will. I think Liverpool will score in this game, but I do think Newcastle will score in this game, which is the reason why I think it will be a 1-1 draw, which will probably deny Liverpool the first Premier League title. And now we're steering into Italy, and it's I keep saying this every week, a massive top 4 battle in the Serie A, but it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger in Serie A in this Champions League fight because legitimately it's so wide open. And this is another enormous game, and it's Lazio versus Atalanta. Like I said in my introduction, this game is huge because this is actually the same match that the Coppa Italia will be at the end of this month, because Lazio and Atalanta will be playing in the final. But at least both teams reaching the final. But Atalanta have been probably my team of the season in Serie A because this team is right now 4th in Serie A, also in a cup final. If they get Champions League football this season, Atalanta, and win a trophy, that has to go down as one of their greatest achievements. Probably for a long time, probably when they won the Scudetto, or maybe when they did well in Europe. Because I have never, in my lifetime, I've never seen Atalanta doing what they're doing right now. Literally going blow for blow with the big clubs in Italy. Dusan Zapata, he's been sensational for him. I think he's a top goal. I think only Quagliarella has scored more goals than him this season. I've seen Paul Ento, who is going to be Serie A Player of the Year, but what a season he is having. There's no question about it. There's going to be a lot of big clubs in Europe looking his signature in the summer. Lazio, on the other hand, they are just as, I don't really know what to make of them, because this season Lazio, you think, okay, they've added a bit of quality in terms of their squad. Yes, they got rid of Felipe Anderson, but they bring in Alex Correa from Sevilla, who is a very good young player, but he's really struggled. Immobile haven't scored any goals in his recent games. They relied so much on Caicedo, who's the only one that's actually putting the ball in the net on a consistent basis. Mason Savage has been inconsistent. It's unlike him. He had an unbelievable season last year, his breakout year. Sort of maybe rumours of going to our clubs probably has dampened his sort of form this season. But for this game, I think Atalanta will beat Lazio 3-1, and Dusan Zapata will score. And now we're heading to the Bundesliga, and it is Bayer Leverkusen versus Frankfurt. And we're going to start with Frankfurt because they're in the Europa League semi-final. They're going to play Chelsea in that semi-final. I'm looking to see how they really do in that, because that's not an easy game for Chelsea, because we're all seeing this season Frankfurt are a very good team. They've got some really good players. We're saw Rebic, who was an unbelievable player at the World Cup for Croatia. Jovic, who's a very good young Serbian striker coming through, and he's been in some big clubs recently, like Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, even the likes of the big clubs in England are looking at his signature. And one player that's really impressed me in recent games has for Frankfurt has actually been the goalkeeper. Trapp, who was obviously at PSG, just hasn't worked for him, but he's really been a colossal goalkeeper for them this season. He's made some big saves in big games. You think in the Champions, you think in the Europa League quarter-final against Benfica, he made some tremendous saves. So he's been a fantastic signing for them going back to Germany. But I think they signed him from club back, so he's been a very good signing for them for Frankfurt. As for Leverkusen, Peter Bosz has been in charge for quite a while now and sort of starting to understand his ideas on the team, but they still have a dark side chance, Leverkusen, to actually finish in the Champions League places this season, which again sums up how if they had a better start to the season, Leverkusen, they actually would be in top 4. It's just their form right now is just coming at sort of the wrong time. With only 3 games to go, they could win. If they win this game, they could get top 4, but I still think it's going to be very difficult. Won't win this game, but I do think they will get a draw, which I think will end Leverkusen's Champions League hopes, which will mean it's a straight fight between Frankfurt, Gladbach and Hoffenheim for that last spot. And now, heading back to the Premier League and our Champions League top 4 battle, it's Chelsea this time as they take on Watford. And Chelsea are actually in the Champions League places right now, and you probably say are the favourites to get top 4 because Arsenal are in a really bad run of form. Manchester United have been absolutely dreadful since they gave Ole Gunnar Solskjaer the Manchester United job. Talking pretty much, you could say have third wrapped up. With the remaining game, I expect them to get third. Watford have been excellent this season, and they've had some really good players that have stood the show this season. They're in FA Cup final against Manchester City at the end of the month. I'm going to see how they do in that. Doucouré has been one of the best midfield players in the Premier League this season. I believe he should have been in the team in the season, in the PFA team this season, not Paul freaking Pogba. Paul Pogba, when he scored, had 2 good months. Doucouré's had an unbelievable season for Watford. He's been so colossal in that midfield. He's been a stellar signing for Watford. I think they only cost him 6 million. Big clubs in Europe are going to be looking at his signature in the summer, maybe even Man United. I think Chelsea will have too much going forward. I think Eden Hazard's right now in a really good purple patch right now. They're scoring goals again, Chelsea. I think they'll have too much for Watford and win this game 2-0. And now we're heading to Ligue, and it is Lyon versus Lille. So these two teams are pretty much fighting who wants to finish second this season, best of the rest in France this season, because PSG have been so superior to everybody in Ligue this year. But Lille have been by far, by the way, one of the teams this season in Europe. This team last season, this time a year ago, were fighting for relegation in Ligue 1. Now they're second in Ligue 1, quite comfortably second. If they win this game, it ends any speculation that Lyon cannot catch them, and they will finish second this season. But Lyon, for me, again, very sort of hot and cold team. On their day, they could beat any team in the world. Well, not on the day, they can get beat by the worst team in France, which is the reason why I think Lyon will be firing in all cylinders in this game. But I think Pepe will have too much as well, which is the reason why I'm going for a stalemate, 2-2 draw. That just leaves the last game, which is in La Liga, Huesca versus Valencia. And Huesca, if they lose this game, will be relegated to the second division of Spanish football. They will be relegated from La Liga, which will be a shame because they've actually surprised me so much. A lot like Cardiff this season, no one thought they had a chance. It's the first time they've ever been in the top flight of Spanish football. No one gave them a chance. People thought they were going to have the lowest points, lowest goals. They're just going to have literally just not be good enough. They have been excellent this season. They've really impressed me a lot. The fact that they've got 3 games and they can still stay up, which is incredible really for the new money. They've literally got no investment whatsoever. They've relied so much on youth, and a lot of them just the old players they've got, and obviously got promoted from the Spanish second division. Incredible achievement if they actually do stay up, but I think it's going to be very difficult. Valencia are starting to get into good form at just the right time. Play Arsenal in the Europa League. I expect them to knock out Arsenal. I don't think Arsenal have been anywhere near good enough. I think obviously Valencia are a Champions League quality team. We've seen that when they beat Manchester United in the Champions League this season, so they just had a tough group. I mean, You had a group where you had Juventus and Man United. It's just, what can you do? Valencia can still finish in the top 4, but I think they got too much to do, which is the reason why they probably have to win the Europa League to get into the Champions League for next season. But for this game, I believe Huesca will be relegated this weekend, and I think Valencia will comfortably win 3-1. So that's the end of another prediction on the channel. Hope you all have a nice, chill day. Enjoy yourselves. Please like, subscribe. The Natural is out.